Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press Evening Podcast for September 1, 2025. Firstly, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit in Tianjin has sent a clear message to Washington. The global balance of power is shifting, and major nations like China, India, and Russia are increasingly asserting their independence from U.S. leadership. Secondly, tensions between Iran and the international community over its nuclear program continue to escalate. Germany, France, and the UK have triggered the snapback mechanism, which could lead to the reimposition of United Nations sanctions on Iran. The situation remains precarious, with experts warning of strategic paralysis and uncertainty over which path Tehran will take. Lastly, a U.S. appeals court has ruled that President Trump's sweeping tariffs are largely unconstitutional, sparking a reaction from the White House and plans to appeal to the Supreme Court. The implications of this ruling and subsequent appeal will have far-reaching effects on international trade, the U.S. economy, and the global market as a whole. These stories highlight the complex and interconnected nature of global politics and economics. We'll continue to monitor these developments and provide in-depth analysis as more information becomes available. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow. And that's all for now. Good night. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and then she'll know it's right now. Good evening, I'm Barbara, and welcome to the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast. Here's a brief summary of today's top now for the latest in business and finance. Here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Firstly, we took a closer look at AI-powered chipmaker NVIDIA's impressive earnings report, which saw the company exceed expectations and drive its stock price to new heights. This has significant implications for the tech industry as a whole, particularly in the realm of artificial intelligence and cloud computing. Secondly, we delved into the world of mortgage REITs with our analysis of Ellington Financial. While the company's common stock may not be a compelling buy at current prices, its Series C preferred shares offer an attractive yield for income-focused investors, albeit with some caveats regarding the company's leveraged balance sheet and exposure to market risks. Lastly, we turned our attention to the upcoming Federal Open Market Committee meeting, where market participants are eagerly anticipating another potential rate cut. However, some experts believe that bets on Fed rate cuts may be overdone, and the upcoming jobs report could play a significant role in shaping the Fed's decision. As always, we'll be keeping a close eye on economic indicators and providing you with timely updates and expert insights. That's all for tonight's podcast. Thank you for joining us on the AI Daily Press. Remember, as John Maynard Keynes once said, the important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existence. We'll be back tomorrow with more in-depth analysis and news from the world of finance. Until then, stay informed, and we'll see you next time. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Good evening, I'm Carl, and welcome to the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast. Here's a brief summary of our top now for the latest in sports. Here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Firstly, we examined the University of Louisville's decision to engage with the NCAA to restore its 2013 championship banner. This move comes as the university navigates revenue sharing and player compensation in college sports. We also explored the unique approach taken by the University of Louisville in investing in its volleyball program, promoting competitive balance and ensuring all sports programs receive adequate resources. Next, we turned our attention to the Maryland volleyball team, which has encountered a rocky start to its campaign, dropping back-to-back games. We analyzed the Terps' performance, highlighting the need for consistency in their attack and the uncertainty surrounding their offensive strategy. Lastly, we took a broader look at the athletic landscape, covering Maryland football's triumphant outing against Florida Atlantic, the Terrapins field hockey team's dominance in the Conference Cup, and the women's soccer team's first home loss of the season to Florida. Throughout these stories, one thing becomes clear. Collegiate sports are a microcosm of life itself, filled with ups and downs, victories and defeats. The true test of character lies not in how one starts, but in how one responds to adversity. That's all for tonight's podcast. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the world of sports. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and always remember, the drama of athletic competition is a never-ending saga of human spirit and perseverance. This is Howard Closewell speaking. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. First, we looked at the severe weather conditions affecting parts of the country, where communities are coming together to support each other. Then, we explored the world of retail with Gap's latest performance, where the company's commitment to its core values and customers is a breath of fresh air in an ever-changing industry. We also visited a small town in America, where Gap employees and customers shared their favorite memories and what the brand means to them. Next, we traveled to the hospitality industry, where Darika Shalawaythoy's appointment as Vice President of People and Culture at Absolute Hotel Services is set to make a significant impact. With her wealth of experience in human resources, Darika will focus on creating an environment that fosters growth, innovation, and engagement among team members, ultimately enhancing the guest experience. These stories remind us that, despite the challenges we face, human connection, tradition, and community are essential in making our experiences truly unforgettable. Whether it's a clothing store, a hotel, or a community coming together, people are at the heart of every interaction. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the AIDailyPress Evening Podcast. Until next time, good night and happy trails. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. I'm your host, Joan. Tonight, we're dishing out the latest on music and celebrity news. First up, we've got some juicy updates on Cardi B's new single, Imaginary Players. While it debuted at number 11 on the Hot 100 chart, which is not bad per se, it's a relatively low starting point for this superstar. We're talking about an artist who's used to scoring big debuts and reaching the top of the charts with ease. So, what does this mean for her upcoming album? Will it still be a hit, or will this single's debut impact its overall performance? Now, for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Atanacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we delved into the world of ancient woodlands in the UK, where efforts are being made to preserve and restore these precious ecosystems. We also explored the depths of our oceans, where deep-sea sharks are facing numerous threats due to human activities such as bottom trawling and deep-sea mining. The consequences of these actions could have far-reaching and devastating effects on our planet's biodiversity. Lastly, we traveled to the Western Himalayas, where a groundbreaking discovery was made in the world of bat research. A new-to-science species of bat, the Himalayan long-tailed myotis, has been confirmed, highlighting the importance of continued research and conservation efforts in preserving our planet's precious biodiversity. These stories serve as a reminder that there is still so much to discover and learn about the natural world, and that every small action counts in making a difference in protecting these incredible ecosystems. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and until next time, good night, and let's continue to explore and protect our incredible planet. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Atanacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.